TB Sports 27 on the air, the Battle of London for the third time here in the second season of the RXFL, and what a crazy first half we just saw. If you guys missed the first half, you'll want to sign up right now at Patreon. You'll want to go to the YouTube archives, however you watch our stuff. You want to check out the first half because it was insane. 21-0 London Bulldogs, followed by 21 unanswered by the London Monarchs. Manning and Elway have just been throwing the football all over the field in the first half. I mean, it looked like an arena football game at times. That's how crazy this first half was. So, if it's anything like the first half, the second half is going to be even crazier. So go check that out. If you guys happen to miss it, check out the archives, YouTube, Patreon, like I said, however you watch TV sports, go check it out. But you're going to see some of the numbers coming across your screen as well. Both these teams are 1-0. London Bulldogs coming in at 1-0, and the London Monarchs also coming in 1-0. The Monarchs, a playoff team last season. The Bulldogs disappointingly missing the playoffs last season. Play action fake, and Manning is going to get sacked again. Hardy Nickerson for the second time, and Peyton Manning's been sacked a number of times in this game. He has been brought down many, and that was kind of a similar, I mean, the play action, so Peyton's just getting set, but there's not a whole lot, I suppose, you can do when you call a play action. You kind of get locked into that animation, and when they're bringing a linebacker blitz, I guess it's up to you to determine if they're going to blitz or if they're going to drop back here. This time they do blitz. Manning does get rid of it to Roddy White, but Roddy White will drop the pass. So it's going to be 3rd and 18 for the Bulldogs. They've converted on a lot of long plays in the first half. That was the story. Peyton Manning's going to go deep, and it's, oh! Renfro, who, that was almost an identical play to Peyton's first interception. That ended up in the hands of Von Miller of the Monarchs, but fell incomplete. Peyton Manning trying for the single coverage here, and Renfro had it. Look at this. He had it. And then Elmendorf, who had the interception in the first half, punched that one out, and it was Von Miller that nearly came down with it. Holy smokes. So a quick possession for the Bulldogs to begin the second half, and the Monarchs now are looking at possibly 28 unanswered points here in this one. Yeah, that was the story of the first half. Was the Monarchs defense really doing a good job of stifling the Bulldog offense, but then every time it became a second or third and long, it was just conversion after conversion after conversion. Peyton just kept converting them. Guys kept making plays, and that's how they got 21 points. But since then, 21 unanswered here. Elway picked off by Dexter Jackson. And Jackson, touchdown. Bulldogs back on top, and they stop the drought. A misfire from John Elway. And he had Ed McCaffrey, but he underthrew it. So Dexter Jackson getting past Tiki Barber there. So how about that? How about that for the Bulldogs? Maybe there was some cussing going on in the locker room about the defensive effort here in the first half, and the defense says, watch this. Here's 7 points. Dexter Jackson is Super Bowl MVP. He might be your Battle of London MVP here. This game is insane so far. Battle of London. And you can check out both previous Battle of Londons on our YouTube page. We're going to throw up some links at the end of the quarter here so you guys can see how to follow along and support the channel. But These teams have, and if you think this game is crazy, go check out the first time. I'll spoil it for you. The game does end in a tie. It does end in a tie game. But like that Falcons-Steelers game in the early 2000s, might be one of the greatest tie games in pro football history, all right? It was an incredible game. Records were broken. John Elway broke Norm Van Brocklin's passing record. That tells you how crazy that game is. Go check it out in the archives on YouTube. Check out the previous Battle of Londons. All right, well, we had controversy in the first half with a similar situation. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and 2. Now, certainly they've got to call out a first down, right? After what happened in the first half. They are going to give it to him. That's still crazy. What happened? I mean, that sparked a 21-point swing just out of anger. Back to the ground game, back to the bus. Pushes his way through, and Nick Buonacante with the tackle. Back in live formation here on 2nd and 3. And play action fake. Elway is going to run it. Boy, he doesn't have the speed that I suppose he had back in the day, but... And Jerome Bettis is going to be injured. We've seen a number of guys get hurt. So Bettis was the guy on the play fake. And he's feeling the pain right now. He is not feeling good. Let's see what that injury is. But they have Tiki Barber. They do have Tiki. This is a stacked Legends roster, so... You know, next man steps up. Tiki Barber will come in. Great NFL running back. And Barber is going to immediately lose 3 yards from Buonacante. And Buonacante just talking right now to Tiki Barber. A dislocated elbow for the bus. So that's going to hurt. So Bettis will come out, and it's going to be Tiki Barber the rest of the way. 2nd and 14, Elway. First down to Dante Lavelli. Elway and Manning, as expected, delivering here. This is what the RXFL is about, man. The battle you never got to see. You never got to see Elway versus Manning. Their paths crossed in 1998, and that was it. That was Elway's last year. That was Manning's first year. They didn't play that year. But you guys are getting to see it. The only Broncos Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, and you get to see it twice a year in the Battle of London here in the RXFL. 2nd down and 5. Elway just got rid of that. That was Howie Long that got back there and was able to put a shot onto John Elway. So it's 3rd down and 5 now for the London Monarchs. Finding themselves trailing by 7. Elway to Tim Brown, who hits a juke on Dexter Jackson and is into the end zone. So Dexter Jackson, who had the pick 6 a couple of moments ago, he might have some shattered ankles after that. Can we get another angle? Oh my goodness. Broken ankles, jockstrap laying on the field. It's a bad situation all the way around. Adam Vinatieri to tie this one back up, and the Battle of London, 28-28. This one's going to come down to the late 4th quarter, you guys. There is no doubt about that. Who steps up? Who makes the big play? Who makes a mistake? Who slips up?
Set 30 base. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
You hear him say, tighten up out there, tighten up, pump. Emmitt Smith just got swallowed up. Ray Nitschke. That's old school right there. Look at the taped up arms. The tough, taped-up arms of Ray Nishiki.
Down. 60 outlaw.
That's a mean old tough defensive player. Manning back to throw it. Oh, and miscommunication there. Ooh, boy, Victor Cruz and Peyton Manning not on the same page.
Here we go.
Those were a lot of the issues we saw with the Bulldogs in Season 1. 3rd and long, and Peyton Manning finds it open. Roddy White, who just gets right past Abraham, and Roddy White finally is going to get tripped up by Kevin Byard, but Donnie Abraham just got burned. What happened? Oh my goodness. That looked like the Saints and Vikings game, the playoff game, playoffs, where he got right past the defender with no effort.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Touchdown, Victor Cruz. What a game this is. Monday Night Football. Bulldogs and Monarchs. You telling me football couldn't work in London? They're showing out right now. Forget arena football. This is looking like a Big 12 game, an old school Big 12 game, Geno Smith days. Justin Tucker's extra point good, 35-28. And we got one more game coming your way. It's going to be up on Patreon. Don't forget to sign up. Patreon subscription at any level helps support the channel. But you guys are going to get the week 3. I don't know what game it's going to be yet. We got to check the schedule. We're going to look at that after this game is up. That'll be tomorrow for those of you on YouTube. But if you want to get an extra game, if you want to kick off week 3 in the RXFL, patreon.com/TBSports27. Yes, sir. That is the place to do it. It's a win-win. You get bonus content, you get extra action, you get all these videos early and ad-free months. I mean, we are like 4 to 5 months ahead of schedule. So your best bet, if you don't want to wait for the videos to come out on YouTube, is to either join us live on Twitch or sign up at Patreon. You get everything early and ad-free, you get bonus content, and you're helping to support the channel. So it's a win-win. You get extra stuff, exclusive stuff. You can shape the channel as well. We have levels where you guys can say what you want to see streamed. It's the reason we're playing the RXFL today. One of our Patreon members, Dan the Legend, reached out because we were talking about, well, what are we going to play? We kind of got 2 months left before I head out of town, and I won't be streaming for a little bit. And we did some basketball yesterday, some pretty bad games with Coach Shaq, and Dan the Legend reached out as one of our Patreon members and said, why don't you play some RXFL? And I said, you're right. And you know what? I'll throw a little something on Patreon for you guys as well. So, 3rd down, 1st down, Travis Kelce. Elway and Manning both having some big games here today, as we have just a few plays left in the 3rd. Elway. Well, he thought about trying to just throw it and then decided to finally do the tuck and run. And that is how the 3rd quarter will come to a conclusion. Look at all the scoring we've had. It is the London Bulldogs 35, London Monarchs 28 here. As we head to the 4th quarter, prime time in the RXFL. Nice move by Tiki Barber. Boy, there is nobody around him. And for the 2nd time, Dexter Jackson. Someone might need to tape up those knees of Dexter Jackson. I don't think his legs can keep getting broken worse than they are right now. Boy, where was the defense on that one? Watch this. Oh my goodness, Dexter Jackson. What a drive this is right now for the Monarchs. Elway. That one hitting the fingertips of Dante Lavelli, and it falls incomplete.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Check. 55 to Mike. On deck. Set. Go.
2nd and 10. Monarchs. That went way higher than what I thought the ball was going to get thrown. That was supposed to just be a bullet pass, and it got floated way up. So we'll just say Elway threw the ball very poorly. It's going to be a turnover. Actually Raymond Claiborne with the INT. If that was a bullet, that's probably a touchdown. But that ball was way thrown higher than where I was thinking the ball was going to be thrown. It was thrown way too high, a missed throw. And maybe that's not what Elway wanted to do. It was designed to be a bullet throw, and it got away from John Elway. So here you go, the Bulldogs now. Not only can they try to run some clock down. Oh boy, Emmitt Smith, the whole way Hardy Nickerson was watching Emmitt Smith. Go watch that back. The entire way. And Emmitt Smith tried to get around him, and he still got drilled. Just rough all the way around. 2nd and 10. Peyton Manning. Caught by Ray Renfro. A couple of times he's tried to get to Renfro. Nice job.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Check 56. Here we go. Let's bring it.
1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Manning steps up. Renfro. Man, there was 2 ships crossing in the night on that one, and Renfro with the grab in the 1st down. Renfro back to back now. And Peyton Manning, you see his eyes are getting big. Peyton Manning wants to put the final nail into the London Monarchs dynasty. There's no dynasty, of course, but I'm just saying this is you know, I was trying to do something with royalty and castles and monarchs, and it's another attempt at humor here at TV Sports 27. 2nd down and 2. Manning open is Ozzie Newsome. 1st down. And there's 300 yards passing for Peyton Manning. He's thrown 4 touchdown passes 8 touchdown passes now in the first 2 weeks of the season here in the RXFL. There's the pump, and Emmitt Smith, man, for all intents and purposes, that should have been a huge loss of yards, but Smith able to get the 1st down. Man, that bad throw by Elway coupled with this drive could be killer right now for the London Monarchs. Emmitt Smith lowers the shoulder. Holy smokes. Smith put the shoulder down, ran through Dave Elmendorf. Boom. This is Smash Mouth football, the RXFL. The relocation football legends. The X is the meeting, relocation, and the FL is the football legends. Relocation meets football legends here in the RXFL.
Ready? 8, read. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
1st and goal. Back to Emmitt Smith. Man, it looks like half his body's across the end zone. They don't give it to him.
90 Wolf. 56. Blue down.
Peyton Manning. Look at this, changing things up here.
6-6, bullet high.
Peyton Manning. Wow, tried to go with the pass. Got swatted away, so it's 3rd and goal here. Hey, you see it. What's going on? Hey, TB, what are your tips to get better at Madden? Oh, man, I don't know if I have any. Just keep playing. Just keep practicing. I don't even know if I'm good at Madden. Like, if I play regular, if I were to go online right now, I'd probably get smoked, right? That's why I play the computer. 3rd and goal here. And Manning missing with Roddy White. So I would think the smart thing is, I know it's 1 yard, right? And whether or not you don't make it, you're still putting the Monarchs way behind, but I still think you got to take a 2-score lead this late. Yeah, there's not really any. It's just keep practicing, right? Like right now, I don't remember if you were watching yesterday. We played College Hoops 2K7, and it was terrible. We got blown out. I had to drop the difficulty down because I was getting blown out so bad. And I'm just terrible at basketball, or I just need to keep practicing on that game. So it's really just pretty much just keep practicing. Keep, for the running game, just make sure you're recognizing when there's openings. If you can slip through those holes, you can recognize on passing plays when linebackers are going to be blitzing and you can get rid of the ball quickly, things like that. So a lot of it's just practice and recognizing. Let's see. We'll put it to the test here on this drive. But looking at this, you got kind of one main linebacker. So I'm looking at if Ed McCaffrey kind of gets across there, if he gets open, he might be good. Other than that, you might be a pretty solid defense. Let's see. And they're going to kind of shift over. So I'm going to drop over here. And Dante Lavelli makes the catch. So Man 25 starting a franchise. Yes, sir. Good luck. Just, hey, you got to start somewhere. Look at Andy Reid. How many years did he do? I mean, he was good with the Eagles, but how many years did Andy Reid play before he started winning Super Bowls? Yeah, like, he's in the latter half of his career before he started winning titles. John Elway wide open as Dante Lavelli.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Elway trying to bring the Monarchs back into this one. The difference in this game, the pick 6 right now. Couple of interceptions, and Elway's going to run it. Elway gets taken out of bounds. No injuries there. It's Claiborne. There's going to be a lot of time on the clock as well, so plenty of time for the Monarchs.
70, Indy.
They go to the ground game to Tiki Barber. No opening there. And Barber is going to be wrapped up, tackled by Mr. Fred Smerlas. 2nd and goal. I'd say neither running game was pretty, as far as like the passing. You compare it to the passing game that we had today, definitely the running game has been subpar compared to what Elway and Manning did. Wide open, touchdown, Tim Brown. And we got 3 points to separate the Monarchs and the Bulldogs. I love 20, but they took it off of EA Play. I don't know. I mean, I guess EA Play. That is the danger of I know a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of that on Twitter, on X. If you guys aren't following me, TB Sports 27 on X. We always tweet when we're about to go live, so make sure you follow us there. But a lot of people have been posting, Best Buy is no longer selling any physical media. That was actually the last reason I ever had to go to Best Buy. I went to Best Buy to buy games. I bought movies. The Mortal Kombat movies, if they're doing the animated movies, I would always go to Best Buy, and they probably don't care the $20 that they're making off of me every couple of months, whatever, that I'd go pick up a movie. But those Mortal Kombat movies are only coming out exclusively on Blu-ray, so I went to Best Buy. I got to start buying that stuff off Amazon now because they're not going to do physical media, and that is the kind of danger. Now, I know I'm kind of guilty of that, and especially with the PlayStation, I've been buying games on the store a lot more often because you have to install games anyway. Like on the PlayStation, just to play a game, you have to install it. So you're saving one step of having to get up and switch the disc out when you're having to install the thing anyway on the hard drive. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's the difference. There's really no difference other than you're not having to get up and switch out the disc. because you have to install it. But the Nintendo Switch, I've kind of gotten guilty of falling into this due to the sake of it's a travel thing. Like with the Switch, I've started buying more games lately on the e-store versus owning the cartridge, because when you're traveling, it's just so much easier. Instead of having 50 cartridges, everything's just right on the system. The danger of that is, like you're seeing, like you're talking about EA Play and stuff like that, is, you know, what happens, the Switch breaks, or I don't know what happens. Can you keep bringing your games over? Like if I know when I upgraded from the Switch to the OLED Switch, that I was able to bring everything over. But what happens if, you know, they bring out the Switch 2? Am I going to be able to bring all my games over from the Switch to the Switch 2, or does it kind of die right there? So that is kind of the danger of that, you know, in that regard. We hit the 2-minute warning here, and Bulldogs and Monarchs, 3 points separate them, and it's going to come down to either a first down or a stop for the London Monarchs. So who's going to win out? If they get a first down, it's basically game over here for the Bulldogs. If the Monarchs get a stop, it'll be John Elway's opportunity. 2-minute drill, and look at this. Defense falls apart. That might do it for the Monarchs. I've not seen the new Xbox concept. That's kind of interesting. I'll have to look that up. I know they've already been talking. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do about the PS5. I don't know what I'm going to do, because here's the thing. And yeah, I think the Monarchs, I think what pretty much got them, they're toast pretty much in this regard. What got them, I mean, their inability to get the stop here, but what pretty much did in the Monarchs was the pick six, and then that last drive, of course. So it I've debated as well about buying the PS5 without a disc drive, like what you're mentioning, just because it was going to be like $150 cheaper. The PS5, though, it's like crazy, because here's, like, I tried for 2 years to buy a PS5. You couldn't find them anywhere. And then when they finally started to be readily available, then you're hearing rumors that, oh, in November of 2024, PS5 Pro is going to come out. So it's like, okay, well, why am I going to buy a PS5 when they're still at the price they're at? When the PS5 Pro is going to come out, it's going to be smaller, it'll be skinnier, it'll probably be a little cheaper, it'll have more stuff. And then now, I've mentioned on this channel a million times, okay, PS5 Pro, that's what we're going with. Well, now, as the PS5 Pro, quote-unquote, might be getting ready to come out in November, you're hearing all this rumors about, oh, well, this is going to be the end of the PlayStation's life. They're going to come out with the PS6 in, like, 2 years. And it's like, well, wait a minute. like, slow down. Like, I don't know. They don't allow you to enjoy sports games just as guilty as this. Madden, you know, I'm still enjoying Madden 20, playing Madden 20. They're pumping out a new game every year. 2K is the same way. I'm still enjoying 2K22. I haven't even finished a year of Universe mode, and they're coming out with 2K24 right around the corner. And it's like, so just slow down, gaming companies. Just all of you guys, just slow down here. Well, that's, hey, good on you. That's good that you're doing that. For me, I don't know. I'm still, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, because you keep hearing all this stuff about the new latest and greatest is coming out, and it's like, do you want to spend the money when the new thing's coming right out? Well, that was a crazy game that we just played. I mean, look at the scoring summary here. Look at the numbers between Manning and Elway. You want to talk about two legends that went toe-to-toe on the field of play. Absolutely insane. I'm going to have to check out those Xbox concepts that you were talking about. You said it looks like a sack of... What did you say? It looked like a bin with no disc drive. Like a laundry bin or something. So, either way, this is gonna wrap up. Actually, no, we gotta look at the scores. This is not gonna wrap this one. This is gonna wrap up this episode for YouTube. But we gotta look at the scores for week number 2. So we gotta hang tight for that one. But Manning, Elway, two legends, the best and the biz. They just did their thing, and the London Bulldogs, despite giving up a 21-point lead, they were able to hang on, get the victory over the Monarchs, and for the first time ever, the Bulldogs moved to 2-0. All right, guys, coming up next, TV Sports 27, we look at the scores from Week 2. we're going to get you all set for week number 3. And we got one more game coming your way exclusively on Patreon. Thursday night football action. We'll see you then, everyone.